Planet of the Fakes 4 Families, and Pigstar HH News. Disclaimer. For awareness and educational purposes only. New George Floyd leaked bodycam footage changes whole story. Outline. He resisted to comply with police instruction. He resisted arrest for 8 minutes. He kept on lying. He was high on drugs and lied about it. Cried wolf on everything. Cop assumed he was also lying when he said he couldn't breathe. It's amazing to see how people would just easily burn everything down and spew hateful narratives because of what they know in half. When everything has been burned to the ground and the gap between races has already been drawn, the whole truth when revealed has no value anymore. Surprise of the century. Bodycam footage subverts legendary narrative / feral mob hysterics. Cops did nothing wrong. Kudos to Dreyer for an unusually viral article. That bodycam footage dramatically changes what we thought we knew about this story. George Floyd did not just resist arrest. He spent at least 8 minutes gasping and shrieking and carrying on like a lunatic, all the while refusing frequent, entirely legitimate orders by police. I had been under the impression that they had brutalized him from the beginning, throwing Floyd to the ground and kneeing him in the neck. That's not remotely what happened. What happened is that these police officers gave Floyd chance after chance to obey. He was high on fentanyl and meth, though he denied twice that he was on anything, but his behavior was completely bizarre. Was it because he was high? Maybe. It might also be because he had 4 previous criminal convictions, and had done a prison stint for assault and robbery. What brought the cops in Minneapolis out that afternoon was that he was attempting to pass counterfeit bills in a local store. Floyd must have known that given his criminal record, he was going to be in a world of trouble over the fake currency. The knee in their neck procedure was only deployed by a cop after Floyd's repeated refusal to comply with police orders, simply to get into the police car. One can certainly argue about whether or not the neck restraint is wise and proper, but one cannot argue with the fact that it was permitted under Minneapolis police procedure. A neck restraint is listed as a non-deadly force option in the Minneapolis Police Department Policy and Procedure Manual, according to the police. The new bodycam video shows that Floyd had been actively resisting arrest for at least 8 minutes. If George Floyd at any point in that 8 minutes had simply obeyed the police's lawful, legitimate orders, he would be alive today. After watching that video, it is easy to see why Officer Derek Chauvin applied the neck restraint to him. And it is easy to understand why Chauvin believed Floyd was lying when he said, "I can't breathe." Floyd had been standing on the street yelling over and over that he couldn't breathe as a way to convince the officers not to make him get into the back of the car. Autopsy revealed George Floyd died of cardiopulmonary arrest complicating law enforcement subdual, restraint and neck compression. Which means whatever drugs he has been taking has already caused him trouble breathing. And police will have no reason to believe this because he lied about taking any drugs. Thus, out of the 270 plus times Minnesota police officers have used the non-lethal knee and neck procedure to several criminal suspects since 2015, only George Floyd died. This commentary is irrelevant. This new video is irrelevant. The damage has been done, the narratives were successfully carried out, and people acted out of their emotions again. Source: The Imperial Patriarch. Thank you very much. Go to www.amr-